Hey folks, Comic Book Man here with your Shipshape update for Independence Day, the 4th of July, 2018. That's right, we will be here on Independence Day starting at 7 a.m. with brand new comics. Now, we're only going to be here until 6, not at 7:30, 6 o'clock, because it's Independence Day and we have our own plans. But from 7 a.m. till 6, you can stop by at the store because I will have 379 brand new and some returning items on the racks and ready to go for Independence Day here at Alternate Reality. Now, of those 379, 207 of them are going to be brand new comics, and of course, all my new comics are 15% off all week long, every day for everyone, but not this week, or at least not this Wednesday. This Wednesday, I'm running with my Independence Day sale. That means 20% off everything in the store, including all of this week's new shipping, if you come in on Independence Day, July the 4th, anytime from 7 a.m. till 6 p.m. That's right, I'm going to repeat that a couple of times because I don't want anybody rolling in the door at 6:15 tomorrow. But I will be here, and we'll have 20% off everything in the store. I'll have half off all my box back issues, and of course, all first issues will be 25% off all day long, all new first issues. So stop on down. Now, at 15% off for the rest of the week, because after tomorrow, after Independence Day, books will still be 15% off, and that's a savings to you of $130.96. But tomorrow, Independence Day, 20% off. That's a total savings of $174.61. Come on down for your piece of that 20% off pie tomorrow, or the 15% off pie for the rest of the week. It's waiting for you. Now, also, of those 207 brand new comics that are coming in, 18 are going to be first issues. And, of course, those are always first day sale here at Alternate Reality at 25% off. So you will save a total of $19.96 if you bought all those first issues on Independence Day from 7 a.m. until 6 tomorrow. But you'll have to come down for that. So stop on down for your piece of that pie. Now, I have 32 all-ages books coming in this week, new and a couple of returning items. And of those 32 all-ages books, only one of them is my book of the week. And my book of the week for Independence Day, which opens at 7 a.m. until 6, is Beneath the Dark Crystal #1. This is a sequel to the Dark Crystal movie, so it's never been seen before. It's a brand new story. It is a mini-series, 12 issues, and it's $3.99 cover price, $2.99 all week long, because it is my book of the week, so it's 25% off all week long. In the realm of Mithra, it is being rebuilt, and the newly crowned Ember Queen Therma is about to get crowned when all of a sudden there is a usurper to her crown. What will happen? We have 12 issues to find out. This book comes with 3 covers. It comes with a standard cover, it comes with this virgin cover, and it comes with this black dark crystal. What I forget the name of this guy, but he's the bad guy. Cover. All 3 of these will be available while supplies last, 25% off all week long. And now it's time for our top 10 list for Independence Day. 7 a.m., 6 p.m. And as always, our top 10 list starts at number 10 at the bottom, works our way up to number 1 at the top. This is my this top 10 is based on my shipping here at Alternate Reality. Your mileage may vary at another store, but as far as I'm concerned, this is the top 10 for the week. And we start off with number 10, which is Star Wars number 50, Anniversary Week. Before I get to this, let me tell you something. This is a big week for shipping. It's a fairly large week, but there's a lot of special books coming in this week. Not all of them are in the top 10. Like Green Lantern has a 50th issue this week, too. There's a bunch of other stuff. But this is Star Wars 50th issue, so it's an anniversary issue, double-sized. This is the story Hope Dies Part 1. It's going to be the next story arc in the Star Wars series. The rebellion is armed with new allies, new ships, and they're celebrating when Hope dies. And there's a traitor. There's a traitor in their midst, and you'll find out who it is by the end of this issue. This comes with 2 variant covers, the Princess Leia cover and, that cover. Both of them will be 20% off all day on Wednesday, 15% off the rest of the week, only at Alternate Reality, coming in at number 9. Cosmic Ghost Rider, number 1 of 5. Frank Castle, spinning out of Thanos' last series. Frank Castle, he died at the end of that series. And guess what? He died and he went to Valhalla. And Valhalla in this issue is run by Odin. He's still All-Father. And he's an awful lot like a Sons of Anarchy Odin in this issue. Anyway, Frank is in Valhalla, and Odin's not happy with it, and he kicks his ass out of Valhalla and tells him to go off and kill Hitler. No, not kill Hitler. Kill Thanos. Go off and fight Thanos when he's a baby and kill him. And Frank, of course, has no problem doing that until it's time to do it and find out what happens. It's a 5-issue miniseries. This comes with 2 variant covers, the one you're looking at, and this cover. Both of them will be 20% off on Independence Day, 7 a.m. to 6, 15% off the rest of the week. Coming in at number 8 is Astonishing X-Men number 13. I thought this series ended with 12. No, sales were so good, they decided to keep it going past 12. They can do that. They're Marvel. They can do whatever they want. Really, they can. This is Until Our Heart Stops Part 1. Havoc runs afoul of the Avengers. He thinks he's doing a good job fighting some giant in downtown New York, but he's busting up too much real estate. The Avengers get pissed off at him because he's not really supposed to be fighting it in the first place. So he goes back to the Xavier Institute, and he gets in trouble there. And then the Dazzler shows up, and hilarity ensues. The Reavers also show up, as do Mr. Sinister's sister, daughter, wife, whatever she is, Lady Sinister. This comes with 2 covers, Dazzler cover and the Havoc cover. Both of them will be 20% off on Independence Day, 15% off the rest of the week. Stop on by. Coming in at number 6, we have, coming in at number 7, I'm sorry, 7. Immortal Hulk number 2, Walking Ghost. Bruce runs into a chemist who has been following his work and replicates his work via chemistry, and then he turns into DC's Dr. Phosphorus, and hilarity ensues after that. Bruce also goes to the Bushima Diner, and he gets a Heineken. You'll see when you buy it. This book, 15% off all week long, 20% off on Independence Day, starting at 7 a.m. Can I say that enough? No, I cannot. Number 6, Justice League number 3, The Totality Part 3. John Stewart becomes the Ultraviolet Lantern. Boy, is he become a jerk when he becomes the Ultraviolet Lantern. I mean, a real jerk when he becomes the Ultraviolet Lantern. Meanwhile, Superman and Martian Manhunter are at the Source Wall, and John thinks it's a good idea to meld with the Source Wall. Not a good idea. Anyway, this book has 2 variant covers. It has this cover, and this month we're featuring the back. This month we're featuring Hawkgirl as the other variant cover. Both of these will be 20% off Independence Day, 15% off the rest of the week. Stop on down. Coming in at number 5 is Man of Steel, 6 of 6, last issue, the finale. Rogol-Zar is finally dealt with, and if you know, if you've been thinking about it, if you've been putting your thinking cap on, there's really only one way to deal with him. That's how they deal with him. So it's a temporary fix, but it's a fix. John makes his decision with Jor-El, and the firebug of Metropolis is revealed. And if you remember, there's one panel in this thing. There's a late 60s story where it's the issue where Batman walls off or shuts down the Batcave, and Alfred and Batman move to the Wayne Foundation downtown, and Dick Grayson goes off to college. And there's a panel of Bruce Wayne standing and looking in Dick's empty room because the kid's all packed up and ready to go to college. And it's just a really, really nice panel that's always stuck with me. This has a very similar panel in it. You'll see it. I swear to God, when you see it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. This book is the last of the Man of Steel series. It will be, of course, 25% off all week long because it is our bonus book of the week. And from here, we jump off to Action and Superman, both being written by Bendis. So the storyline sort of wraps up here, but also leaves enough plot threads to get you into those 2 books. Coming in at number 4, we have The Avengers, Part 4. Odin's dire prophecy is told to his son and to She-Hulk, and doesn't make anybody happy. Tony gets the eternal secret from Icarus as to how to defeat the Celestials, and then Thor and She-Hulk get it on. There's a reason for it, but they get it on. This book, 20% off Independence Day, 15% off all week long. Stop on down. Coming in at number 3, the book that most of you won't buy, and you should buy because it's a dime. 10 cents. It's a 10-cent comic. Swear to God, 10 cents. 16 pages of brand new story and art by Rob Williams, Sergio Davila. This book, if you bought Hero Killers, Project Superpowers Hero Killers, this book will wash the taste of that miniseries out of your mouth. I swear to God it will. This is the type of book that everybody should pick up just because it's a dime, just because the art is really nice in it, and just because it's a great jumping on point for the new storyline they want to do. Dynamite is trying to resurrect the Project Superpowers line after that disastrous Hero Killers miniseries. You should pick this up for a dime. A dime. 7 cents with your discount. Coming in at number 2 is our book of the week, Captain America #1 by, what's his name? Oh, yeah, that guy. Ta-Nehisi Coates. Ta-Nehisi Coates and Little Francis Hugh do the art. Folks, everybody is probably thinking, what is Ta-Nehisi Coates going to do with Captain America? I'll tell you what he's going to do. He read his old Steve Englehart comics, and he knows the best way to do topical storylines in a book with a guy that wears a costume is to do it through metaphor. Steve Englehart did it back in the 70s with Captain America, with the Secret Empire storyline, which was basically his treatise on the Watergate affair, and also with the 50s Captain America, which was his treatise on racism in America. Ta-Nehisi Coates does the same thing with us. What if I were to tell you that the country's overrun with homegrown terrorists and the Russians were coming? That is what this issue is about, and no, it is not what you think it is. It is very much a comic book story, very much in keeping with Captain America. This is not going to beat you over the head with a lot of I hate to use the term, but social justice warrior stuff. This is very much Captain America's story, but it's also a really great read. It is 25% off all week long because it's our book of the week. This comes with just a bunch of covers. This cover, the Alex Ross cover, this one. This is a really nice cover here. This is by Mac, I think. Really nice cover here. Cap, just traditional cap cover. Another traditional cap cover. I think this one's Chaykin. He sort of looks like he has wings in this one, but it's a nice cover. Cap and Bucky, yeah, psychotic Bucky. Cover, my favorite cover of the whole bunch, actually. Well, Ross cover's great, but that's really a nice one. This is nice too. I think this is Byrne. This looks like Byrne. This might be Byrne. And Cap Flying. Anyway, book of the week, ultimately 25% off all week long. And finally, our number one book for this week. Well, they almost got married. I'm not going to get into it. It's already been spoiled on the internet. So if you haven't heard, you're living under a rock. It's been all over the place. You find out what happens in this thing. It almost happens. I'm not going to give any more of it away than that. This comes with 4 different covers. This one, this one, this one. What's this? It's this. They put a sheet of paper over the sketch cover one, and of course this one by Jim Lee. All of them will be 20% off on Independence Day, starting at 7 a.m. until 6 p.m. 15% off the rest of the week. Stop on Bound. Finally, a couple of things that are going on this week. Rafflemania winner number 201 is Dan Kelleher of Chicago. Congratulations, Dan. He won a Runaways Trade Paperback Volume 3 Digest. The July Hero of the Month is here. Batman books are all 25% off all month long because of this, which happens. Anyway, all my Bat books 25% off all month long, so stop on down and pick that up. Of course, the Independence Day sale is going on the 4th of July. Did I mention that? 4th of July, that we'll be here from 7 a.m. with new comics until 6 p.m. We've got a sale going on, 20% off everything in the store, 25% off all new first issues, half off all my box back issues. Really, it's going on. Our Ladies' Day sale, of course, is on Thursday. I haven't mentioned that much lately, but I want to get back in there because I haven't seen many ladies lately on Thursday. And we do this every Thursday, ladies. 20% off if you walk in the door and buy stuff anytime, all day Thursday. Super Sunday sale this Sunday, July the 8th, will be the Inhumans. 25% off all Inhumans trades. All of my Inhumans comics are Dollar Days sale, $4 and under $1. Why did I pick Inhumans? Because they're killing them this week. I mentioned at the top of this, bunch of anniversary and special books coming out this week. Death of Inhumans, which didn't make the top 10, but came close. Death of Inhumans #1 ships this week, so that's why it is picked for our Super Sunday sale. Alternate Reality Podcast number 77 is still up. I didn't have time to put together 78. It is in the bin, though, and I'm working on it. 77 is still all about remakes. And finally, this weekend is 2019 core release here for Magic the Gathering. Both Saturday and Sunday, we will start gaming off at 11 a.m. You can pre-register by July the 6th, which I think is Friday, for only $18. After that, I think it's $24 at the door. I'm not sure the prices, but it's much more. But if you pre-register before then, it's only $18. And be sure to stop off the store's website, myalternatereality.com, where you'll find JR's reviews. He's got a Jurassic World review up that I just posted. Bo's News, a bunch of news stories on there. I just posted those up the other day, along with Vito Carly's reviews. And, of course, all the shipping, all the sales, and everything else, myalternatereality.com. And until next time, this is Comic Book Man saying, I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but Independence Day, we will be here with new comics starting at 7 a.m. until 6 p.m. So stop on down. We've got a sale going on. Did I mention that? Sale going on. beyond that, make it a safe Independence Day, everybody. Don't blow your fingers off. Don't get in any trouble. Make it a safe one, because I want to see everybody on Thursday and Friday and into the following week. And until next time, this is Comic Book Man saying, Happy Independence Day! Bye!